Hey Doc, how have you been? It's been a while.
Yeah. How are you, Eva?
Uh,
How's everything?
better than most, and
Better than
6 months
most.
in lockdown.
Yeah.
Man. So Doc, you had a little bit of a scare recently. How are you feeling?
Yeah. I'm better. It's good to know that it's not COVID, I think. I had to isolate myself for safety for the people around here. So it took me a while to get out from solitary confinement.
Better safe, diba? Better safe
Better
than
safe than sorry. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And especially you. You've been on the front line. You've been exposed, and you've been helping people out. uh,
Yeah.
it's better to take those kinds of precautions than.
Right.
I mean, it's really showing care that you care about people, right? Going into isolation, it even if it was thankfully not COVID, the fact that you took steps, isolated yourself, isn't about you. It's also about helping other people and making sure that they don't get exposed.
Yeah, and it took me a lot of opportunities also to help those who are in need of my online medical advice while I was in.
That's
Yeah,
right.
a lot. There have been a lot of patients who've been contacting me and gave me so much opportunity, and it's so rewarding to be able to help them in the simplest way I can at the time, especially at this time of pandemic, which is very really difficult for other people to go to the hospital, have consultations and everything. And I offer my services for free just for so I will be
Wow.
able to provide some help. I hope I have been able to do that to some of the people around.
Uh,
They
uh,
know it.
uh, may mga witnesses, Doc, ha? Sinabi mo for free. Medyo delikado yun. Baka.
Yeah, I don't mind for as long as I have the time. It gives me so much pleasure. At this point in time, I think I have to. We have it's one of us should contribute in the best way they can to this pandemic time when people are really hard up with so many things. So that's a way for me to
That's
share a
awesome.
little of what I have. Okay.
All right. So we are now on episode 6 of the.
Episode 6 is just like
Grabe.
episode Star Trek episode. Yeah, that's right.
So we're going to be
It's
talking about the top 5 myths on quitting smoking and
yeah.
vaping.
Okay.
I think we in our last few episodes we kind of touched on a lot of this stuff, and also a lot of people who follow the page and they ask these questions. So we thought it'd be a good time to kind of get all of these questions that people have asked and
Yeah.
put them and
True.
and and and, and share our insight on them. No?
Yeah.
So
Do
without
you
further, yes, sir.
do you know what myths means in translated in Tagalog?
No, no.
Is it
What's
uh, uh, well, mythology, it's mythology, no?
mm.
Alamat o katangisip or mito, I don't know. But but I think it behoves upon us to tell also our viewers that myths means something like that should not be believed, right?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay. So basically that's it. So,
Okay, so well, let's jump right in, and this is actually one of the reasons why a lot of people started smoking, especially in my age group, no, and older. Myth number one: smoking is sexy or cool.
well, yeah, I like that. No? Smoking is sexy. So we will attempt to debunk these myths, and of course, to help clear issues about this that have made other people believe to be true. So smoking is sexy. Well, physically and medically, I don't think there's anything sexy in smoking.
Uh,
It's yeah. is smelly hair or a smelly clothes sexy, or
It,
bad breath or unhealthy teeth? And
that's the reality, you know. Your fingers get
yeah,
yellow because of the nicotine stains. But ako, growing
yes,
up, I mean, you had people, well, I mean, hindi ko naabutan to, pero you had Breakfast at Tiffany's, diba? Do you remember that
right.
iconic poster of Audrey Hepburn looking so beautiful and classy, holding that, yung parang filter ng sigarilyo, diba? Her
Yes,
hair up
yes,
and a beautiful pearl necklace. And then you fast forward to like Pulp Fiction, right? And then
right.
the cover of Pulp Fiction was oh man, I'm blanking on the name. Yung sa Kill Bill, 'di ba? Nasa kama and she's holding a cigarette. Or
Y-
even Marlon, not Marlon Brando.
Marlon
Humphrey
Brando.
Bogart. Humphrey Bogart.
You know a lot of those people. I don't really have any interest in smoking, so I never really knew about those things. But you're even younger, much younger, and you know them.
Well, I mean, you have
Well,
these iconic pictures, right? James Dean, right?
James Dean. Well,
Um, and I think there was a lot of money
I know,
spent
money.
by the tobacco industry to get these
Yeah,
images out there.
that's right.
That is the fantasy
That's
of coolness. That is the fantasy. And as a, well, I'm not, I didn't, hindi ko naabutan yon, but there are a lot of movies where they have cool people smoking, right? And as a young child, a young person in their teens or whatever, and you're watching it and you're like, huh, that must be pretty cool. But the reality is it's pretty disgusting.
it's not.
uh,
Yeah, you're right. That was what tobacco companies wanted us then to perceive it to be. Look at their ads, di ba? In the 1950s and 1960s and their TV commercials, especially.
yeah,
Marlboro Country for one, di ba?
yeah, the Marlboro Man,
It's,
the third
yeah.
Marlboro Man actually sued Marlboro because he passed away of cancer.
What
I
am
mean,
I? Okay.
diba? Like, and then
Yeah.
you have all of these. But anyway, the misconception that smoking is cool is fueled by marketing budgets, massive
Marketing.
marketing budgets, and it is very coordinated. So now people are
It's like
smarter. Pero panahon ko, we weren't that savvy,
you
diba?
were you were informed then already, very much informed about the bad effect.
Hindi pa eh. Like,
Di pa rin.
no, noon bata ako, syempre hindi namin alam yung mga marketing na yan, 'di ba? Kung gaano
Uh-huh.
kalaki yung ginagastos nila. Yul Brenner, it was
Yeah.
super cool, right?
Yeah. Well,
Uh, and
smoking was for the tough guys before, the rebels, like the
yeah,
Clint Eastwood cowboy
yeah.
acts. Yeah, and movie
Charles
movie
Bronson.
stars. Yeah.
Anyway,
And,
so
yeah. And you know why it's
go ahead, sir.
associated also with sexy scenes in the movies. So, movie stars often smoke during romantic moments,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Often having cigarette as a signal for wanting sex, for example, or a clue that a character has just had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Or even straight up substitute for a sex scene. Kikita mo na lang, nagsisindi na siya ng sigarilyo. Diba?
Yep. So
Coming
I mean,
from there.
again,
So
highly
those are all the
coordinated,
things. Yeah.
millions and millions of dollars spent in it.
Yeah.
And to our friends out there, please, if you have family, friends, loved ones who smoke, share this video. This is Quit for Good
Yeah.
is completely non-judgmental, and as a former smoker, and Doc, who has had loved ones who have been afflicted with smoking, we want to help, and we're just kind of chatting and kind of helping people out slowly but surely in this journey. So follow us on Facebook. Please share. There have we've been. This is a passion project of ours. So thank you.
Yeah.
So the second one.
But no, I
Yes,
would
sir.
like to
Yeah.
emphasize, Iba, no, that to debunk it even more, this myth is how could you call a man sexy when because of smoking he got fertility problems like erectile dysfunction? Yeah,
That's right. That's
or
right. I mean,
decreased lubrication in females. So these are all the more that we should debunk the idea that it is truly sexy. Even skin, no? They become dry.
it is definitely a myth. Right?
Yeah, it's a
Smoking
myth.
is the
Right, right.
opposite of sexy.